Hi everybody, as you can detect from my accent, I am Italian and normally I have a tiny channel and I speak about watches, moto and journey, travel, stuff like that. And normally I make the video in Italian, but this time I would like to speak about an Italian brand which is Perseo. And I think that for the international audience could be something exotic, something that could be interesting. Even though this is not a luxury timepiece, it's not a luxury company, but it is very well known in Italy, and a lot of people love this brand actually. The reason why the Italian love this brand, it is because it is considered the railways brand official watchmaker company. And everything started in the 1920s during the dark period, the Italian dark period of the fascism, where Mussolini rejected all the foreigners' words like chewing gum, like bus. The Italian couldn't use that languages because they were considered from Mussolini impure. That's why he gave up. He stopped all to buy the watches from Longines, from Zenith for the Italian railways. So at that point, Sir Alfredo degli Esposti understood that to sell to the Italian railways the watches, he would need an Italian company with an Italian name. So he bought the brand of Perseo in the 20s from a Tuscany businessman. So he bought this brand and started to provide to the Italian railways these watches. And I have one over here. After we will see closer. And he started to sell these watches, and he bought these watches from a company called the Cortebert, which is a very famous Swiss company, which actually in the 70s stopped to provide the watches because due to the crisis of the watches, mechanical watches related with the quartz movement, as you know. And so in the 20s he started to buy the watches from Cortebert. And Cortebert was a very well-known company and was specialized in making watches for the railways. In fact, they already sold watches to the Turkish railways and for the Egyptian railways. And now I'll show you a picture of the watch that was sold to the Turkish railways. That is the vintage timepiece, and this is the nowadays watch that is produced by Perseo in this moment. So you can see how is it similar from this picture. This is to me a quite interesting story, because it joined. There is a link between the Mediterranean countries like Turkey, like Italy, like Egypt, who actually have used the same watches from Cortebert, even though the Italian use a name like Perseo. As I said, is not a luxury timepiece. It is those piece has a very fair price, and but they have a very good quality, and they use normally ETA movement nowadays. I'm talking, and Unitas for regarding the manual watches. In the past, and they have a value. Nowadays they use the Cortebert himself movement, and now we can change the perspective, and we can have a closer look to this watch. Here we are, and now we can have a closer look to this timepiece. As you can see, there is a window from here. It is signed the movement like Perseo, but the movement is clearly a ETA movement. It is the 2028-24 ETA movement. This particular model is called Sideral Perseo. It is stainless steel, and it is only 3 atmosphere water resistant. That practically is nothing. It means that you cannot have you have to maintain it very dry. The crown is not, this one is not signed, and the bezel is very simple, and there are applied markers with that for me are very elegant. There is the famous, in Italy of course, famous logo of the 3 stars, Perseo, and there is a date window at 3 o'clock, and here we have the signed buckle with the 3 stars. I changed the straps with a leather straps. Originally it came from with a metal straps, but it was a very low quality material, and on the minute hand and on the hours hand we have the luminescent material, so even in the dark we can have a look to the time. The case is 36 millimeters, so it is a very old style, and is the movement is hackable, as you can see, but is not windable. The dial has this kind of waves on the dial, and yeah, to me seems quite elegant and nice. The case is brushed, and as you know, the movement is very robust, as you know, as every ETA movement is. Okay, so now we can go back to the studio. Okay, then I'll put down I put below the link to the official website where you can have a look to the catalog, and I hope you enjoy this short video, and if you like, make a thumbs up, and if you think it is worth it for you, but I don't think, because is normally I make in Italian my videos, you can subscribe. Thank you very much, and bye. Have a good weekend. Bye.